thanks to your creator or appreciate yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, you need to ask yourself this question: whether you're moving closer to what you want or where you want to be. You need to ask yourself that question. Just pinch yourself and ask yourself, am I closer to where I want to be or where I am aiming to be? That should be your question each time you're about to step out of the house. And I remember there was a time I sent a message to someone, said, well, a lot of people are not stepping out of the house and they are doing their, yes, you need to ask yourself before you start the virtual meeting, the broadcasting, the posting. Ask yourself, am I getting closer? Where am I exactly reaching out to? How far have I gone? We told you, like Joy would say, every year, from the beginning of this year, we told you to be looking out for yourself. And we agreed that we all need to be intentional. We have to be intentional about ourselves. And as much as you're intentional, be mindful. Create that mindfulness in yourself. Don't be too much busy and you just don't distract yourself a little from certain things, because when you put your mind so much on that particular goal and achievement, sometimes am I not? I'm becoming wary because it's not coming the way you want it. Just create another little, a very tiny distraction. It will help you because it will clear your mind and you'll be able to forge ahead. It's a beautiful morning and I hope you had a wonderful night rest. It's Sim Galaxy Television and the program is Family and Values. How are we doing this morning? I hope we are doing great. I left home this morning and I just saw drizzling and suddenly it became, every drop of water. I say, God, I'm not with my shower. What happened? My hair. After a long time, I've carried my hair like this. I'm like, but before I got to Ikeja, finally God answers prayer. That's my own. What about yours? Where are you? What part of the road are you now? I hope it's moving like we'll see on our other station. It's moving, gradually get to where you're going to. And my name is Adenike. Adebayo. Family Value is a program that is all out to talk about you, your family, your home, your marriage, like our guest said on Tuesday. Your home consists of father, mother, the children, while your family is extended to your father's mother, your mother's father, grandparents, aunties, uncles. That's where you have a family. So I hope everybody is doing well, because if they're doing well, then you'll be staying tuned on us this morning to be part of the program. You can always join us because today is our health talk and you hear some people coming from the gym. And because today is our health talk, I wanted to do one thing, just pay back. Watch us. We're always on the go. Your social media platform, also AVO app. You can get Galaxy Television on O Prime. You can get Galaxy Television on National Digitalized Station 741 and on Star Times, of course. So go to all the social media we did there, you go find us. So you're not missing out. And if you're watching, you want your family to be part of it. All you just need to do is just to share immediately. Bam. Even as you're watching now, just share. They will join. So today is going to be a wonderful time, and my name is remain Olori Adebayo, but my friends call me Olori Ada because someone is right here smiling at me, and I'm not always alone. How is Ayobo this morning?
Good morning.
How is Ayobo
fine.
this morning?
Ayobo is fine, but firstly,
and how are my kids this morning?
I know. Leave me first. Let me admire what I'm seeing. I love those guys. Like, when I saw the picture, I was like, no. When you see, this is beautiful. This our hair has grown.
Seriously grown, and it will always grow. I will just cut. God have mercy on me.
No, this one don't cut it. Just leave it like this. Just give us this. This EOP. That's why we call him Mama Gen Z. A very good morning to you. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu. Welcome to the show. Yes, it's going to be a very interesting show this Thursday. Yes, it's something you don't need to miss. Like Mama Gen Z has said it today. She's really giving us the Gen Z vibes, and she mentioned something. Yes, today I actually did tummy sit-up, so it's healthy Thursday. I'm not coming from the gym, but I did tummy sit-up, so I know how to do my exercises at home. So don't worry yourself. And even though I'm on a little bit of makeup, I came from the gym, my gym this morning. All right, welcome to the show, and thank you for being our guest. Please don't forget we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yes, it's family and values. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that the beautiful ladies are on your screen. Welcome to the show.
Okay, so as we're welcoming you to the show, today is going to be very loaded. It's loaded anyway. It's not just going to be loaded for good things as well for you. But this morning we're going very quickly to meet our guest. None other than this beautiful lady sitting right next to us. Her name is Adenike. Ade. She is a communication strategist, and she's here to represent a foundation called Omodaadaa Foundation. Adenike, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
It's
It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's good to
okay.
I love
After
the
all the thank you. I have a tradition. I was waiting for you to just land. I was saying, just drop it, just finish it.
So tell me, there's nothing you can collect from this.
No, that her earrings, her handband. Of course, there's something. Don't say that. There's something I will pick. Her earrings, these or her earrings. You drop one. That's what I get from all my guests that come to our
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're looking off beautiful and fabulous.
Thank
Welcome
you so
to the
much.
show.
Okay, so Nika is the programs director for Omodaadaa Foundation, even though she is specialized when it comes to communication and when it comes to strategizing on events and all that. But because we're going to be talking about Omodaadaa Foundation this morning, can you give us a little nitpick about what Omodaadaa Foundation is all about?
Okay, good morning once again, viewers. I would like to say Omodaadaa is a Yoruba name, as we know, and Omodaadaa means a gold child. Yeah, a gold child. You know, sometimes you want to greet an individual or an adult and they say Oshi Omodaadaa, like thank you, gold child. So the name really resonates. So as Omodaadaa Foundation, we started some years back, about 3 years now.
Okay.
And according to my chairman, it was just a drive to want to do something really unique and different. So it felt like, okay, what can I do? His name is Dada. So he said, oh, Omodaadaa, you know, this would be a beautiful name for a foundation that happens to do something that has to do with grassroots. We actually are committed to activities beyond just building a community, but we strive in the aspect of health development, and most times we focus on eye care. You know, it's quite expensive having to want to see an optometrist, and at the same time, a lot of people believe that okay, once the eye is hurting, it's just you get to the pharmacy and apply an eye drop. So we focus on that aspect because we want to bring, we understand that having a good sight as an individual would help navigate other aspects of your life, because when you are not seeing, definitely a lot of things have been put to stop. So we focus on that during our activities. We do that program during the World Sight Day, which is always in October. And at the same time, you know, do cataract surgery for individual. We make sure we resonate and do something that would impact the lives of the individual in our community. Also, we have some programs that we do. It is really not program. It is just we empowering individuals.
Okay.
Those activities we actually keep it ourselves because we feel like for an individual who needs help, we don't need to allow that.
Yeah.
So, and at the time, we have an empowered program for young individuals in school where we talk about etiquette. We talk about their moral development, career development, because we want to look outside the school walls, what we can actually give to individual, every child, to empower them. A child whose etiquette manner is stable, better, is well oriented, well equipped for future. So when they are in such community they are, you see them to do differently, to do better. They live a standard life. So that is one of those things we look into. And we also support organizations who, or individuals who feel like, oh, we want to carry out an eye care activities for communities, but we don't have an impact. So we donate glasses to them as much as we can and support. But recently we have a program which that's the reason why I'm here, and I would
Yes, that was where I was waiting for you to give us, and I love the fact that you gave us an holistic view of what Omodaadaa Foundation is all about. But then I was just waiting because what I wanted to really put on was on the mental awareness. Why did the people choose men
at
this time? I can understand the dilemma, but for your foundation, why did you people decide, okay, let's put our searchlight on men, let's carry the mental health message to men? Why your foundation?
I've always been passionate about men's mental health personally. But I sat down, that was during our last program in January for the teens, and while I was stepping out of the school environment where it was held, you know, I looked back and I saw a man. He said, Auntie Efumilo, Auntie, please give me money. And what does he actually need the money to do? I asked him, I said, hello, like how much? He said 500. I said, Kile Fishy, what do you want to do with the money? He said he wants to get a drug. I said 500 with drug. In this economy, would 500 actually get you a drug? So he said yes, it would. So I picked up my, I hope you know, and I gave him the 500. I was actually on my way to withdraw. And as I was going, I saw him seated. At least I expect someone who look for money to go get the drug. But he sat there and he was even confused. I was like, why is this man confused? So on my way back, I still saw him. I said, what's wrong with you? He said, I don't just understand. Like, there's a whole lot. He can't even pick what exactly is wrong. That he just needed someone to talk to. So I sat down. I talked to him for like 2 minutes. And he became cheerful. He said, at least I've smiled today. I was like, oh, Adenike, you've done something good today. So I went inside and he left. He said, thank you. Then when I got in, I felt like, okay, every organization has, a lot of organizations are emerging, advocating for mental health. And you hardly, you know, when you talk of mental health large, we see a lot of people focus on the female. The whole drive, the whole emphasis are always on female. And I looked at it, I said, in this economy, who are the one being pressured? Men. Who is that person that if he doesn't make at least a lot of money or as little to take home in a day, that the whole world is all around him, even if he couldn't express himself? The male. Who are those people that are vulnerable, but we don't see the vulnerability in them because they have to wear that coat of being strong? I am strong. Men. We pay little attention to men, and the men we pay little attention to are the father out there, the father figure. Then if we leave them aside, who caters for that young boy? Who look out for that young boy? Whatever a father emulates, he transcends to his child, to his male child. So when he is angry, he is frustrated, he is violent, you see it in the child, especially the male child. And when such child cannot find their expression in the society because you believe men don't have shouldn't have emotions, men shouldn't cry. Who says men shouldn't cry? Cry your cry if you have to cry. I always tell my friends, there's nothing stopping you from crying. We have blood all running through her veins.
Maybe many of them have been brought up with parents who always tell them a boy doesn't cry. You're a boy. You are a boy. Be strong. Nobody must see your tears.
You're a man.
Even at the age of 3-5 years, you're a
man.
Don't let anybody see your tears. They'll see you as weak. You must be strong. What about that? Because we still have parents.
That's
mothers and fathers who will tell their children, don't cry.
Be a man.
Be a man. What do we do about that?
Girls are here.
The high time we start advocating for men the high time our women start saying that it is important to look out for the men's mental health.
Okay, now let me go back to our main reason why you're here. Now you're taking up this challenge to look into men's mental health. I got home yesterday and they were telling me a scenario that a man, was looking like my nephew said he's a madman, that he's mentally deranged or something. So I had to go and get the dog, lose the dog to see how he chased him. I said, this boy, how young, a 7 or 8 year old boy. But this is where I'm going. We have many of them out there who are traumatized, troubled, depressed, suffering mentally. And I want to say hunger is one of them.
Yeah.
Joblessness is one of those things that push them. Can't start a business. They don't even, many of them walked out of the home because, they can do and undo. So they are no longer safe in the midst of their home with the wife and the children. The woman would rather say, I'm not saying women are bad, when things don't work well. We do many things consciously, unconsciously. And the man will decide to just walk all out. How do you bring this set of people to this gathering? Because I want to believe it's not just for the posh. People like this also need to attend this. What are the plans you have to make this program a great success as a programs director for the event? What have you put on ground?
Okay, for 21st of September, which is next week Saturday, we're going to be having an outreach at the Dr. Adebayo Phoenix Park in Oregon. And it's set aside to actually open a platform where men seek help, men go through counseling. So we're going to be having experts on board. That is the reason why we partnered with Adenike Trauma Care Foundation. We realized that for this to go in speed, and for it to resonate well with individuals, we need to partner with notable organizations. So while we were actually looking for the better one, we actually had to pick Adenike Trauma Care Foundation because after the outreach, and even if you're not able to attend the outreach, we want to let you understand that there's a platform, there's an organization who is there to offer you free counseling, free therapy section without you having to say, oh, it's expensive. It's actually expensive going for counseling. A lot of people cannot afford it. Yeah, and we have situations whereby for men, it is not like some cannot afford it. They don't just have the ground to be vulnerable enough to embrace the masculinity. It is, it is not about you being a man right now. It is about you being human. And you understanding that you're not stoic. Why would you say you're not feeling pain? Everyone feels pain. So this platform is actually there. It's the first, and we intend to continue yearly like that. And last 2 days ago was World Suicide Prevention Day. And when you look at the global statistics of people who commit suicide, 75 to 80% globally are men. So if we are clamoring for females' mental health, women's mental health, then why are the people who are leaving behind having to be the highest when it comes to the rates committing suicide? That means they are the people we should look into. That is why we Malta Guinness saw into this, and they actually trained their weight on it. Galaxy Television is also a partner, which I am so honored to have that partnership. And we have LASPAC, Lagos State Ministry of Health. We have games at events, because they'll be the one handling the games for the day. We want to bring fun into it.
That'll be lovely.
Because
because of our time, I want to quickly ask this. Now we are talking of mental health. Now after this event, are there going to be subsequent follow-up on those people? Now, you see, it's one thing to gather people. Like you said, men, they will think of their time, the time I'm using to sit down there. I must have made money, and that was why Olori was talking about. Are you reaching out for the vulnerability, the ones that are truly vulnerable, that need the guys at the motor park that need to drink, you know, the ones. I saw a video of a man standing by, I think, Third Milan Beach, and he wanted to jump, and they were begging him. Those are the people that have that are actually going through. I'm not saying all this, but we are looking at those that affect the women, because if a man is having a mental issue, to tell on the family, like you said. So now, are there going to be subsequent follow-up of events after this, or is just an event people are going to do once in a year, or because it's September Mental Awareness Month?
No. It's going to be something we do on a regular. That is why we partnered with Arogi Trauma Care Foundation. We're going to be creating a community through this during the event, and Arogi already does a lot of things when it comes to community outreach on mental health. So what we would do as an organization is to key into their activities and help them, you know, help them expand more on the things they are meant to be doing and areas that they should work on. So we could all be sane.
Okay, as we round up, I want you to give us the date once again, the venue, the time. Should we come the way we are, or you have a dress code, or then is there menu?
Is there refreshment?
You know, of course, there will not be. There's no way you gather people and you not have something.
Because they'll be asking you, we are hungry, we want to eat.
So hunger is one of the main reasons why people have their mental health should need to be taken up here. So that's all we want to get finally from you.
Once again, the program is on Saturday, 21st of September. And it's starting 8 o'clock. We're going to start admitting people in by 8 o'clock, but the event is going to kickstart by 9 o'clock. And it's till 3 o'clock. So though, as an organization, we understand that we can't just bring people out. So we have Nestle, we have water, we have drink from water, Guinness, and we've made a little reserve we can make as an organization, so that at least we give people something to cater to eat while they are seated and enjoying themselves.
Okay. Is there any road trip to do awareness as well?
No. There's no road trip.
Okay.
There's no road trip.
So we've been talking with Adenike Adebayo, who is the programs director of Omodaadaa Foundation. Omodaadaa Foundation, you heard from her. It's all about, you know, the generosity of man to man out there. It's not just that. They do teams programs, skill acquisition, training, empowerment, even to organizations and individuals. They support individuals as well. And they started this about 3 years ago, right? And it's still going fast. We pray God will continue to help you. And a big shout out to Mr. Dada, who has started this. And on this note, we want to say a big thank you to our viewers and to everyone. Join us on Saturday. Don't be surprised if you see me there, because I will be there.
Definitely. I'll be there.
You'll be surprised. You'll see me.
Myself and Olori
So
will be there.
The time is 9 a.m., right?
Yes, we're admitting by 8 o'clock.
Okay, so we'll start by 8 o'clock. So there's going to be a little bit of physical exercise. So those who have been doing their gym and everything, don't worry. You'll see them that day as they continue to rock the boats and everything. I'll be there. So join us on Saturday the 24th. So we'll be right back. Let's go for our break and our mini feature, and we'll be right back to continue with the program. Stay tuned.